Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a story time about a paranormal experience, one singular experience that happened to me when I was 10. And this was in a video from before, but that video was I did that video a while ago. And it was kind of all jumbled together and really awkward because it was my first story time, and it was a mess. It was a big mess. So I'm just going to retell one, maybe two of the stories that was in that video for this video because I'm a little bit more used to talking to a camera now. So yeah, here is the video. Let's get right into it. So when I was 10, I was in grade 5, and me and my mom lived in this apartment building. It wasn't like an apartment building where you walk in, there's an elevator and you have to go in the elevator and push the different floors and all that stuff. It was an apartment building. There was a top apartment, like a main floor apartment where you have to go down the stairs, and then there's the door and you go inside and there's the apartment, and then you go outside and around the side of the building and there's another door that goes to the basement, which is the basement apartment. That was the type of apartment building we lived in. And it was me, my mom, and then my little sister was a baby still. So, so we lived in that apartment, and at some time in grade 5, there was a lot of experiences in this house, but the one experience that I'm going to talk about today is this one where I was sleeping and I woke up in the middle of the night. How do I not know this world? How do I not know this word? Okay, so I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a bad dream. And I know you're thinking, oh, she had a bad dream. It was probably, she didn't actually see anything or hear anything. It was just the dream. The dream freaked her out. She had a bad dream, whatever. It was just, that's why she thinks she saw this or heard this or whatever. It wasn't the dream. I'm telling you right now, it was not the dream. 100% was not the dream at all. So, yeah. So I have this bad dream and I wake up and I leave my bedroom. I walk, because the way that it is, it's from my bedroom, across the hall from my bedroom is the bathroom, and then down the hall this way. So it was okay, my bedroom, the bathroom, and then straight down the hallway this way. At the end of the hallway was my mom's room, and then beside her room on the right was my little sister's room. So I leave my room and I go to my mom's room. I walk in and the way she had her room was this was so long ago, okay, this was in grade 5, and I'm now in grade 12, this was so long ago, okay, I'm trying to remember what her room looked like. Walk in, there was, okay, I remember. Okay, so she had a dresser at the back, you walk in, and you see the dresser to the side, and then this TV and a bed, and then this little rack thing that she had all her clothes or whatever on. And then as when you're walking straight to her room, there's this door that's all insulated. You can see the door, but you can also see inside of the little window, and there's all yellow foam in there so that you don't go through the door because it's dangerous. It's a safety hazard, because there used to be a little balcony thing outside of that door, but the balcony thing's gone, so they just put the yellow stuff there. Yeah, okay, so I walk into my mom's room, and then I go to the bed. Her bed is to the left, the door is here, and then her bed's to the left, up against the wall. So I go to her bed, and she's sleeping, and I'm trying to wake her up or whatever, because I had a bad dream. She's my mom, she's supposed to help me. So yeah, so I try and wake her up, and she won't wake up, and then all of a sudden I hear these footsteps. Deadass. I hear these footsteps. They're just coming from the hall. Keep in mind, it's the middle of the night. Me, my mom, and my baby. She's sleeping in a crib. Baby sister. Okay? She's sleeping in a crib. She can't even walk yet. We're the only ones in the house. And all of a sudden, I hear footsteps. Do you know how terrifying that was? I just hear footsteps. So I turn my head to see, like, the door, and I'm just, like, staring at the door. So, like, my body is facing my mom, but, like, my head is, like, turned, looking behind me so that I can, like, see, like, the door or whatever. And then I turn the rest of my body, so I'm, like, sideways and looking at the door. And, this little girl, I swear to God, this little girl walks in, okay? Like, ah! Okay, I'm sorry about that. I had to go do the dishes. Okay, back to the story. So yeah, this little girl walks into my mom's room. Okay, so you know, like the doorway thingy, how when like the door's open and it's like the arch that the door's in. Okay, so I was looking at that and I just see this little girl just walk straight up to it and just stop. But the way she was walking was, she wasn't walking so just looking straight, she was walking like this, so her body was straight but her head was like turned this way. And she was like, yeah, she was just walking like that, and she got straight to the door and her head was already turned that way, so she was staring at me. Like, from the first time that she got to the door, she was staring at me, and I was creeped out. Like, this little girl, she looked like she was like around my age, like 10, 11, whatever. Like, she had like bleach blonde hair to like here, a pink t-shirt, blue jeans, and white running shoes, and blue eyes. Okay, this girl, she just walks in like so freaking creepy. Like, what are you doing? Why are you in my house? Okay, so she walks in and she's staring at me like that. I was like, you're creepy. Like, okay, and then I kept staring at her, and she just walks straight, and then she gets to a certain point in the room where she's still staring at me the exact same way she was the whole time. She stops her feet so they're both together, and then she just turns her body in one motion. And so she's still, her head's still turned looking at me, but she just turns her body in one motion and starts walking, like, walking to, like, this side of the room that, like, I was on, but she was, like, kind of far away from me. And she stopped in front of this black stand-up fan that my mom had in her room at the end of, like, kind of at the end of her bed. And she's standing right behind it, just staring at me. This time her head's not turned anymore, it's dead straight staring at me. And she's just staring eye to eye, just, like, creep me out. And I'm like, Mom, wake up. And my mom just wouldn't wake up. And I'm like pushing my mom to get her to wake up, and then she wouldn't wake up. So I'd look at the little girl, and then I'd see her, she just stared at me. So I was like, no! I did that. I was like shaking in my mom. And then I looked at her again, and she was just standing there staring. So I kept doing that, like pushing my mom, looking, she's still staring, and then I like shook into her and stuff. It happened for a good like couple minutes. And then my mom finally wakes up, and she goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, there's a little girl standing behind your fan. And she goes, there's no one there. Yes, there is. There's someone there. There's a little blonde girl standing behind your fan. There's no one there. I'm like, yeah, Mom, there's someone there. She's right there. She's behind your fan. She has blonde hair. She's standing right behind your fan. And she goes, there's no one there, Cassandra. Just go back to sleep. You'll be okay. Just go back to your room and go to sleep. And I go, okay. And I turn around, and as I'm turning around, this little girl walks out of my mom's room. And as soon as she walks out of my mom's room, I hear no footsteps, nothing. I don't see her again for the rest of our time living there. Like, I've never seen this little girl again since then, and that was the first and last time I've ever seen her. And she just walked out as soon as Mom said, okay, like, just go back to your room, go to sleep, go back to your room, like, whatever, like, you're okay, just go to your room and go to sleep. And I've never seen her again after that. And I was really like, what, nah, huh? It was weird. So, yeah, that is my story about my very first paranormal experience. Actually, I don't know if that was my first one or if there was other ones in that house that were my first one, but that was one of the, like, the main ones from me living in that apartment. And I was like, she was dead, like, she wasn't see-through, she wasn't like clear, like, white shit, like, no, she was dead ass, like, me looking at you, like, we're having a conversation here. Like, as a real person, that's how she looked. It just wasn't a good time. It was not fun. It was scary. But yeah, I never saw her again. But I would so love to go back into that house and, like, spend a night in that house just to see if she's there still or if anything else that I witnessed while I was there happens. Because I just really want to. But yeah, so that is my story time about one of the paranormal experiences that has happened to me. And if you have seen my old video, then you would have already heard this story, but it was just, like I said at the beginning of the video, it was just really awkward. I'm thinking of refilming, like, all of the paranormal experiences that have happened to me, but because now I'm not as awkward as I was before, so I'm probably gonna refill them all and, like, take down the old videos, because, yeah, I don't know, I'm still thinking about it, but yeah. So that is my story time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, and follow me on my social media, which will be linked in the down bar below, because we can be friends, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. You can follow my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram. They'll all be on the down bar below, and I'll see you next week. Bye.